This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Bedford, and I'm delighted to be joined by Denzel Too Sharp Bentley here at the new Peacock gym. Denzel, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Obviously, it's good to catch up on the back of, it's been a few weeks since we last spoke over Zoom, so it's good to see you in person. How have you found kind of the last few weeks since your victory back a couple of shows ago now?
It's been alright. It's been good. I've been getting some good feedback since then. A lot of more people know my name now because I was on a live slot on television. Been getting a lot of publicity, all these things, good feedback, some bad feedbacks. But as everything's all good, I'm feeling better about myself. I'm easing into training and waiting for the next one.
How much of a relief did you feel at the time to kind of be one of the first guys back on the show on the back of a pandemic and nobody really knowing when boxing would return?
Yeah, I was eager to get back because remember I was meant to be out in April and then I got moved to July and then obviously we didn't know what was going on from then. The whole pandemic had everyone kind of worrying, sitting around thinking what's going to happen, how are we going to get back and all these other things. So when I heard I had a date, I was excited about it. I couldn't wait to get back out and I'm happy I did, to be honest, because now it's there. It's my first fight of the year and we can get the ball rolling.
Obviously, just to quickly touch on the new gym before we move on to your next fight. How are you finding kind of settling into new surroundings?
Yeah, no, it's a nice gym. It's a good gym. Still with all the boys, so we're still good. Still have a bit of banter, all of these things. It's a nice gym. I like it, man. When I came in for the first time, I was proper excited to train it, and now we're actually training it. It feels good. It's nice. The rings are nice. The surroundings are nice. Still with the same team. Obviously, we miss a few of the other boys from other camps that are in the gym, but listen, we're getting work done. We're in our own space. No one's getting in our way. We ain't got to hang about for sparring and stuff, so it's all good, man.
Obviously, when you kind of come here the first time, it's easy to find. When you come here after the first time, I imagine it's easy to find. What are you guys doing with regards to when you go into camp? Are you staying around local to here, or are you going to travel to and from where you live?
We haven't really discussed that yet, but I'm guessing if we have a few problems getting there, then we'd have the option to stay, but I don't know. I haven't spoken about that. I'm quite easy coming back and forth, obviously I'm driving, so yeah, I guess I'll be right coming back and forth. If anything, then obviously I'll ask and they'll probably have somewhere for me to stay over or something.
Now, Denzel, obviously you've got a fight which has just been announced, Mark Heffron. Just talk to me about that, Denzel. How excited are you to finally get in the ring with him after so long? Because I know you've been after that for a while, and Mark's mentioned your name as well now.
Yeah, I've been after it since they put it to me. Is like from the first day they put it to me, it popped in my head like, oh damn, that's actually a good fight. It wasn't a fight I thought about first, and then since then there's been not really back and forth, but we've been going back and forth, saying each other's names and saying this and saying that. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things where I'm happy it's happening. It's another scalp I need to get my record, and it's a good name to get my record. This is the kind of name I need to move on to, let's say, domestic level or above. So it's good for me. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to go. And it's a fight I've been wanting, so there's nothing I'm going to back out of. So listen, man, when the date comes, we'll see what happens, innit? The best man will win, which I think will be me, of course, but you have to see a fight's a fight.
Knowing that a fellow fighter in Liam Williams is promoted by Frank, defeated Mark Heffron in such a convincing and stunning fashion with his stoppage victory, does that put any more pressure on yourself to do the same or to better that, just to show that you're on a similar level to Liam?
No, there's no pressure. I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to win how I'm going to win. Liam Williams is obviously at world level right now, so that win over Mark Heffron shows you the level he's at. Listen, but until I get into the ring with Mark Heffron, I don't know what he possesses, and I don't know what level he's at, I should say. So after the win, I can tell you what level I think I'm at, and if that Liam Williams fight is more realistic after he moves on from domestic level, because I know I've been saying if he's at domestic level, then I'll take that fight. But after he moves on, we'll see how realistic it is, depending on my performance against Mark Heffron. But listen, Mark Heffron's first. I've got to get him out of the way, which I believe I will. But until I perform against him, I can't tell you about anything else about levels against Liam Williams. But now there's no pressure to think I've got to do better than him.
What are you expecting from a Mark Heffron clash?
I'm expecting him to be up for it. I'm expecting him to come forward. I'm expecting him to throw his best shots. And I'm expecting to take it and throw my back.
Denzel, just obviously before I let you go, you've got a fellow campmate in Daniel Dubois getting ready to face Dubois-Snijders come Saturday night. You spent camp with him. How's he been looking?
He's been looking good. He's been looking good from the jump, from his first spar. He's been looking really good. He's been looking up for it. I know he's got Joe Joyce there. Obviously, that's the planned fight, and he's not looking up over the Snider guy, because if you look over him, then you never know what could happen. That Joe Joyce fight could be dead. But I know he's really up for it. He's been looking good in training, his movement, his punches, his shot selection. He's trained really hard as well, and I believe he's going to leave there with a stoppage.
We've seen Frank mention that he'd love to see Daniel face somebody like a Dillon White. He put that obviously on the posters that he sent across to Matchroom and Eddie and what have you. How do you think Daniel fares against somebody like Dillon?
It's a good fight. Dillon's a tough man. You know what I'm saying? Dubois still young. Dillon's a tough man. He's a man. He's just not going to let a kid come and bully him and take over. But at the end of the day, a fight's a fight, and Daniel hits really hard. And you saw against Povetkin when he got caught, when he kind of fell asleep a little bit, he got knocked out, which obviously he can come back from because he was winning the fight. All he's got to do is just remember to stay concentrated. I feel like he took it as a routine win, especially when he knocked him down twice. He thought, all right, just go through the motion rather than kind of sticking it on him and staying focused. But at the end of the day, you never know. But if he falls asleep like that against Daniel, could possibly be the same results, but Dillon's a tough fighter. He's a good fighter. It's not going to be an easy fight. That fight looks more realistic now because of obviously the loss against Povetkin. But he still has Dillon still has a chance to right his wrongs. And I know Daniel's my teammate, so obviously I'm going to be rooting for Daniel. But at the end of the day, Dillon's just not an easy fight. He's a tough fight.
Denzel, we will leave that there now, and I will leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. But final word to yourself, what would you like to say to everyone who tunes in to watch our interview?
Look out for my fight on the 26th of September.
Top man, Denzel, thank you. That's it.